Discover how you can max out your Guild Wars 2 character in record time without breaking a sweat. Because if leveling at light speed to the max cap is your goal, then this will be the most important page you will ever read. Hi, I'm Jonathan Bradley Smith, and welcome to Guild Wars 2 Leveling. Look, the name of the game is speed, and in just a few minutes you will discover a secret cache of valuable information on how you can massively sprint your way through Guild Wars 2 and experience a level of advancement like no one else on the internet, even if your installation DVD is still fresh in its wrapping. It's no surprise, only the hardest, toughest, most tenacious players will stop at nothing to max out their character's level. Why? Because there's no way groups will take you on explorable dungeons, which are the heroic dungeons at the end of the game, which are beyond hard, as characters there will be crawling around at ridiculous levels. Guild Wars 2 is a frickin' competitive game and tough on the lower levels. And if you attempt to go in without being armed to the teeth and fully souped up, it's a sure bet that mobs will devour you alive. But you already know that, right? Oh yes, before that, let's answer the question which is probably on your mind right now. Just who in the world am I? Well, since I was young, I started doing speed runs on games. On Super NES, I finished Super Mario 3 in 11 minutes. It's even featured on YouTube today. I got a real kick out of that, so I totally get your need to level up quick too. Well, I then moved on to more games like Guild Wars, Lineage, EverQuest, etc. When World of Warcraft came out, I was the first on the server to hit the max levels of 60 at that time, and it took me 5 days. People's eyes on the server were green with envy, and I felt good. In World of Warcraft, I was maxed out in PvP Grand Marshal gear when others were just hitting 60. I logged on and stood on top of mailboxes in my PvP gear with pride. But now we have Guild Wars 2, and I'm busy refining and tweaking every path I can take for all my characters. Every single quest, check. Items for speed killing, check. I want to find the fastest, most effective, and efficient way to power level, check. That's what you want too, right? Well, now you can, in a very short time, discover a treasure trove of valuable information on how you can massively dominate Guild Wars 2, and learn how to do it for every single character out there. But here's the problem. The problem is you still have a life to live. Make no mistake about it. Leveling up fast in Guild Wars 2 is a challenge. If you don't have a clue how to achieve new levels, you will be wasting a lot of time and money in the game. If you were around during the classic World of Warcraft era, you will know for sure that the teams that dominated the high levels were able to get the best equipment, had awesome knowledge around the game, and had the best guilds. Basically, they had the best everything. As you are reading this letter, you will probably feel that in order to level up quickly in Guild Wars 2, painful sacrifices must be made. You think you will be glued to the screen for hours trying to figure it out. You might have to let your studies slide. You might even be forced to make a choice. Boyfriend, girlfriend, or spending endless hours in front of the PC just to get to the upper levels. It's almost like you're selling your soul to ArenaNet. But if you feel that this is something you must do, then listen carefully. Because people who think that giving up their real lives to be the best at Guild Wars 2 are all wrong. Believe me, running around endlessly not knowing head from tail, doing hearts, quests, can be a grind after several times. I've been there and done that, and it's not worth the sacrifice. What if I were to tell you that you can still lead a normal life while having the best gear, more gold than you can ever spend, and a thoroughly optimized character that you can take on any mob and player in Guild Wars 2? And when you're at the end of this page, you'll be one of the elite few who have maxed out their levels in record time, armed to the teeth with legendary weapons and pimping armor. Be a PvP god, have tons of gold, and total mastery of all 8 classes in the game. But it wasn't always this easy for me. I used to struggle in the game. so I know your pain. I was there. It sucks when others have items that would make you drool. That is why I've decided to share this knowledge with people in my carefully organized, all-in-one Guild Wars 2 course guide. So what's this going to cost? The question is, how much do you value your precious time and social life? How much is it worth to you to have your character at level 80 now rather than a month from now? Do you want to be the best player among your friends? Would you still like to go out and go to parties? How about still getting good grades or performing well at the office? You can have them all, a balanced life and great gaming fun. I mean, look, I know that there are other ways you might get to the maximum level, but I wouldn't recommend it. One of it is by hiring someone to play the game for you. You pay them hundreds of dollars, and they will log into your account and hack away at the monsters. If you fancy wasting all your hard-earned money on people playing on your account, then go ahead, it's your money. But it's not an authentic way to play the game. The right kind of knowledge would get the same results, and you can get it cheaper. How about buying expensive items off the trading post? Scrap that. Why don't you save that money, read this guide, get to level 80, and sell your items to someone else? Do you understand that what I'm saying is totally priceless? Being able to speed level could make you rich. And that is why I really struggled with how much I should price this priceless information. My friends thought I was nuts. They all said I should sell this for $600. Others told me not to sell it. They told me to just use my skills at power leveling and sell items off the trading post. But I played around with the price because I didn't want to devalue this information as well. So I looked at $197 and then $97. But after much consideration, I'm going to blow your mind with an even better offer. I understand how you feel. I wanted to max out my character fast, so I finally came to a conclusion. I'm going to offer this at very limited copies at an unbeatable price. Are you ready for this insane offer? It's only a measly $37. It's a no-brainer offer, and there's no reason why you shouldn't get your hands on this right now. Yeah, here's the deal. Guild Wars 2 leveling isn't for the faint-hearted. You will learn the deepest, darkest secrets required to take your game to a whole new level. But I understand it's your character and your game. But a truly serious player would not quit at a time like this. Ask yourself this. Which would you rather be in 2 weeks? A legendary weapon-wielding maxed-out freak character? Or a puny low-level laughingstock? Deep down, we all know what you're about. So, click the download button below and get started right away. I'll see you on the other side.